It's Eric from Marsha Garden. I'm going to show you how to get Acanthus Mollis clumps like this. In a previous video, I had shown you how to do it through seed propagation by letting nature take its course. And today I'm going to show you how to do it the traditional method using a spade and dividing them into clumps like this. This plant is one of my favorite plants here in this area in the Mediterranean, where it has strong cultural significance and representation. It's all over the place in art. It's a very tough plant. It can go through extreme drought, spring back with fall rains without a problem. Let's get started and take a look how to have an abundance of these amazing bee attractors. It will attract bees from all over the place, especially bumblebees, carpenter bees. Grab your spade. Let's plant some acanthus. I have just a normal shovel, but you should use a smaller spade to get a nice cut. I don't have one of those, and I don't think it's worth it for me at this point. I'll make do with this shovel that I've got. If you do have one, use the proper tools. These are great plants to have. They do need shade in the Mediterranean climate. In zones 6 to 7, they will act more like an annual. Perhaps there you can get away with more sun exposure than here in the Mediterranean, where they will just get scorched and burned out and dry up. They have to be in shade here. Actually, this is the only spot I have on all of my land where they will thrive. You can see here I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 plants I think I can get out of here. We'll see. It's hard to tell until you get stuck into it. It's a symbol of rebirth, and that's exactly what it's doing. It's being reborn now after the long Spanish droughts we get here in summer. With the first sign of rain, these plants are happy to come back, bounce back, and be reborn. So that was much easier than I had imagined. The root systems are not as deep as I thought. And you can just tear them apart like that. I have 1, 2, well, that one might not survive, but we'll give it a shot. So I at least have 2 there. Let's keep going. There's another. I'm gonna leave this big one here intact. Here's a closer look at the clumps. Very healthy root system. And they just divide by rhizome. There's some nodules here. I don't know if they're getting ready to push up some plants as well. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Those little nodules, maybe they're getting ready to push up a sprout, a plant. So now I have 1, that one's probably not gonna survive, 2, little tiny one, 3, 4, 5 plants from that division. And if I wanted, I could keep going all through here and get more and more plants. But there you have it. I have 5 plants, 1 little baby one, and then 4 decent sized plants that can get potted up or directly transferred to a nice shady spot that you have in your garden. I'm going to pot up this one, the smaller plant here in this pot from my last experiment, from my last propagation session. It must have suffered from root rot here because there's nothing left of the roots. So we're gonna give this one a new home here. And the good thing about these ones is that these plants are well established already. They have a nice root ball, and they're not going to have so many problems like your seedlings might in developing a strong, healthy root system in the pots. In fact, for those of you who have seen the other video, I'll show you the root systems of the plants that I've potted up. Whoa, they're quite healthy. You can see they're ready to be potted out or divided, put into the wild, where they will be much happier than in this little tiny pot. From that little seedling last year has grown a very healthy root system. I've got my acanthus here. I'm ready to plant them out. They've got a nice root ball. I've got my tools. I'm going to put them along the fence line. It's the shadiest spot I've got in the lower part of the land. If you like what I'm doing, let's wait for that truck to go by. Tractor. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please like and subscribe and help support this channel. See you in the next edition.